walks in like a thunderstorm, cracks the sky, her own reform. No need for sorry, no need for shame. She's got fire running through her veins, yeah. Every step a battle cry. Oh, yeah. Watch her rise, watch her fly. She's bold, she's beautiful, she's unapologetic, breaking rules magnetic. Ooh, she's beautiful, the world is hers to take, unstoppable grace. She laughs loud in a quiet room, turns the dark into bright bloom.
Good morning and happy Friday, y'all. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Beauty of Aging. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the award-winning 3-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair, a healthy way to brighten, cleanse, and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without the use of purple dyes, available at your select Walmart nationwide and Amazon Prime. We meet here every Friday for our community conversation about a lot of different topics, but there are all issues that are important to you, the woman who is unapologetically growing bolder. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a fantastic spring day and have a great weekend lined up. Yes, the sun is shining here on the Gulf Coast finally, because I feel like it's been raining for 3 weeks. So glad to see the sun. Let's go over here on Instagram and go live because they're still looking at the previews. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Annette. How are you doing? She made it to 66. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Happy all the things. I hope you celebrate every day. Honestly, I think when we get to this stage of life, if just in the middle of any random month, whether it's your birthday or not, you feel like celebrating, do it, girl, because we are blessed to still be here. Congratulations. So glad to see that you are healing well. You know, Annette had some surgery on her hand, so she couldn't really type for a good minute. So it looks like you are literally back in the saddle and 100% on to being your beautiful, beautiful, authentic, healthy self. Y'all, this is one of those mornings I needed the coffee. And I can see every time I move, the light's going to be doing something different. Anyway, good morning, Sister Girl Chronicles. How are you doing? And lots of happy birthday wishes coming for you, Annette. Good morning. Good morning, Charlene. Thank you. Take some time this weekend to release, relax, and rejuvenate. Yes, thank you for that reminder. Good morning. Okay, they're a little bit behind on Instagram, but I think they're there. Okay, there they are. Just wanted to make sure I clicked the button. So y'all, it's Big Hair Don't Care Day. As the weather gets warmer, I get more big hair don't care. And less heat styling, unless of course there's a special occasion. But so, and the grow out is growing out. I had really not been doing a lot of manipulation after I did a mini chop a few years ago. So I'm happy to see that, you know, it's growing out slowly but surely. Things change as we get older. Everything doesn't pop back as quickly as it used to, which brings us to today's topic. There's a lot. Well, I'm always transparent with y'all, so that's not new. But do you ever wake up and just realize, wow, I've gained weight? I don't mean a pound. I mean like a number with two digits in it. And that is where I am. Over the last year, I have slowly put on more than 10 pounds, 12 to be exact. And so, y'all are coming on this journey with me as I figure out what my body wants once again. I lost 35 menopause pounds about 6 years ago. And I thought, okay, this is what we need to do. All right, okay, I can do that. I can eat like a vegetarian. Ooh, there's a bug in here. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is live. Um, Life on the Gulf Coast, even when you try to do all the things. I can eat like a vegetarian during the week. I cannot. There are just a lot of things that I stopped doing. I eat like a vegetarian during the week primarily. I've never been a really big beef eater, so cutting that out wasn't a big thing. Stop having my nightly cocktails. Like I would have either a glass of wine or a glass of champagne. I love champagne. Like after dinner every night. I cut that out during the week. So only having a cocktail on the weekends, and then adding a little bit of strength training. And when I say little, I mean little. My arm workouts. I get a lot of questions about my arms. I don't do a lot of heavy. It's just some 5-pound weights. So that's what I did, and it was okay until it wasn't, and I just started gaining weight. So we're going to go on this journey together. We're going to talk about some of the common challenges of menopause weight gain this morning. I want to know, how did you manage your weight gain? Because here's the thing about menopause, it's different for everybody. And so I would love to know some of your hacks. As I just stated, I'm going to be figuring it out, honestly, y'all, what I need to do to shed at least 10 of these pounds. So that's the topic for this morning. And before we get into that, we've got some celebrations. I see that Sister Girl Chronicles said she was featured in the New York, wait, I lost that. Where was it? Here it is. Sister Girl Chronicles was featured in the New York Times article about solo travel. Congratulations. That is awesome. So if you are new to this channel, welcome to the Beauty of Aging, our Friday morning coffee chats. About a month ago, I featured Sister Girl Chronicles as one of our Friday morning guests, and she went into great detail about how she came into being a travel blogger. Specifically, like, her tips work for everyone, but her target audience is us, and helping women over 50 discover travel in new ways, new destinations that we previously probably had never thought of. And so go back and look at that vlog, and then check out all of the links that are in the description of all of her articles. And I'm sure, Sister Girl Chronicles, you're going to add that new feature, the New York Times. That is so exciting that you're going to add that feature to your website. So congratulations. Any more congratulations we got to get? Lots of congratulations, Sister Girl Chronicles. That's awesome. Kudos. I need to add an applause special effect when we get community celebrations. I'm going to write that down. So I'm going to drop in our topic for today. If you're just joining us, good morning. Happy Friday. If you've got a celebration, you can always drop that in, because we're always here for celebrating. But this morning's topic is menopause weight gain, because I have once again gained weight after I thought I had figured it out. Good morning, Patricia. Joe is lots of congratulations. So let's type in today's topic. And I saw that someone else had already started dropping in adjustments that they had made. Because this community, y'all, is all about sharing information. I don't hop on to lecture, I hop on to provide the platform and we share information. Today's topic: menopause weight gain. Good morning, Rebecca from Detroit. Are y'all finally warming up there? Good morning, Instagram. I see you guys are just hopping on. You finally, your connection just got started. So, a couple of things contributed, I know, to my weight gain. One was travel. And I don't mean like vacation and leisure travel, because when I go on vacation, if it's more than 3 days, like 3 days is not a vacation to me. That's just a quick getaway. But if it's like a full week, I actually will plan to work out when I'm on vacation, whether it's running on the beach, because I love beach vacations, but I will plan to do something. For me this year, it's just been a lot of business travel. 3 days here, 3 days there. Sometimes, compounded. Like last week, a couple of weeks ago, I had 3 days in Bentonville, and then the next end of the week I was in Louisville. And so I typically don't work out then. And then, when you're traveling, especially if you travel for business, like your eating is not like what you normally eat. So you might have a cocktail at dinner if you were some business associates or whatever. And then I had injuries, and not like severe injuries that were debilitating, but things that just hurt, frankly. And so it limited my workouts. And so just over time, would it just, just kind of crept up. And that's how that menopause weight gain is. It just kind of creeps up on you, and then you look up and you're just like, what is going on? And so, there were a lot of different things. And last but not least, stress. This year, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary of our Walmart launch, which was so phenomenal. I'm so grateful for all of your support in helping to make that happen. But, in a true moment of transparency, that was very stressful. And I don't think I realized like what that was doing physiologically, just like the compounded stress of not just being an entrepreneur, but just like taking on this new exciting thing. And it was good stress, but it was, if that's a thing. But I think you understand what I mean. So, so Annette said she gave up chicken, and that's interesting. Um, Very interesting. And so now she's just eating fish. Oh, Tai Chi. That's very interesting you mentioned Tai Chi, Annette, because ever since I posted, so last week I posted a vlog on 5 exercises for women over 50. And those are things that I'm going to be incorporating more of to help offset this weight gain. As you know, well, you may not know, I used to be a runner for 40 years. Stopped doing that because my knees were just like, we're over that, Angel. You have to find something new. And so I started my Peloton journey, which I have been on for about, I think my bike is like 4 years old now. It might be 5 years old. I had it before the pandemic, about a year before the pandemic. So that was working fine. But there were some injuries that I had to take my workouts from like 4 days a week to 2 days a week, and that impacted it. So, having said all that, after I posted that vlog last week, which I hope you guys go and watch, they're all low impact exercises. a bunch of Tai Chi ads started coming into my YouTube feed. And so now I would love to know, like, how long have you been doing it? What results are you seeing? It's very low impact. And so, I mean, the commercials, show people having these drastic changes in their body. So I would love to know, like, what's your experience with that? Because now I'm completely intrigued by it. Good morning, you guys. So let's see. Joda says she gained weight, but before she can exercise the way she needs to, she will probably need to get a knee replacement really soon. She has an appointment at the end of the month. That is, so joint replacements, that is a thing for us. So when I say us, and I'm saying women over 50, I am 66. And what I started learning how more and more women our age have already had joint replacements. And you wouldn't know just like by looking at them. They don't, I mean, I don't know what I think someone looks like who's had a joint replacement, but each of them have said, like, oh, I'm so glad I did it. You know, my quality of life is so much better. And for many of us, that just sounds like such a huge undertaking. Hip replacements are something that's very common. And so, again, you know, talking to my doctor about the different things I was experiencing, injuries, the pain or whatever. And so in the x-rays actually show that I have degeneration in my hip joints, which is not surprising for somebody that ran for 40 plus years. So I'm not against it, but that is definitely not going to be my first choice. I'm definitely want to exercise, no pun intended, all of my options. But if your doctors are saying you need that hip knee replacement, we got to do what we got to do. Rebecca is sharing. Other people are sharing that they've gained weight during menopause, and often it is because, well, first of all, we know it's hormonal, right? It's hormonal, and the hormones impact our metabolism, and the things that we could be doing the exact same things we were doing 20 or even 10 years ago, and they no longer work. And so you have to figure out bit by bit. And so for me, it was not this revelation when I lost the first 35 pounds. It wasn't this revelation of all these things I figured out. It was over time that I figured out, oh, this is helping me lose weight. Oh, that is helping me lose weight. It wasn't just some huge epiphany. And then all of a sudden, the weight started coming off. The first thing I figured out was when I did the Daniel fast with my church. I figured out that was something that helped because essentially that is a 100% vegan diet. And so it was just like, oh, that was okay. I need to incorporate a lot more of that. So I didn't become a vegan or a vegetarian, but I did incorporate a lot of those habits, particularly how I cook and what I cook with. I did incorporate a lot of those, and I still do a lot of that now because I figured out how to cook food in a way that was very tasty for me without having meat. For instance, I use liquid smoke where I would normally have used a smoked meat, right? So I'll put maybe like a half teaspoon of liquid smoke if I'm cooking beans or collard greens or anything where I want that little smoky taste that you normally get with pork meat. And I found I just don't even need the meat anymore, and have almost like I so rarely eat pork. I can like literally remember. It's so rare that I do. So it takes some figuring out. There's no one size fits all. But I would say thinking about how you consume animal protein, so maybe not cutting it out, but maybe not frying it, maybe more broiled meats. I use the air fryer almost exclusively, no deep frying. So it's a lot of those hacks that you can do and just like figuring it out. Because just like you gained it slowly, you're going to lose it slowly. But you do have to, what do we say on this channel? Every Friday, no matter what the topic is, give yourself grace. Absolutely give yourself grace. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning coffee chats. Today's topic is menopause weight gain. And we are talking, excuse me, talking through our challenges. There's no one size fits all. And then sharing some things that work. And you can try these with your own, in your own tweaks, your own lifestyle changes. And then talking also, there's so many things that impact weight gain in menopause that we don't think about. I already mentioned stress, sleep. Sleep is definitely one of them because that's how our body recharges. And at this stage of my life, I have really had to be so intentional about prioritizing sleep. But that is definitely something that can impact our weight gain. So Annette mentioned that she started doing Tai Chi, and she says she's been doing it for 6 weeks and she can see her menopause belly go away. Okay, that was all I needed to hear. I'm signing up today. So the commercials are actually right. And she is actually helping with the healing of her wrist. Oh, yeah, because there are a lot of, I can see that. Okay, I'm going to be doing some research, y'all. Vlog to follow soon. When I find something that works, I always share it with you, like the mini trampoline. So that's, if you check out that vlog that I did last week on 5 exercises, the mini trampoline workout is one of the new things that I'm incorporating into my workout routine to help me shed this new menopause weight gain. And I'm saying new if you just joined us, because about 6 years ago, I lost 35 pounds and now I'm starting to gain weight again. So I've got to find a new hack, not new, I don't even call it hack, new things to address these most recent changes in my body and in my metabolism. Sister Girl Chronicle says during the pandemic, she gained weight and also during chemo. And she lost the 10 after chemo. And the last 10 keep hanging on, right? She said, I don't have the answer, but I keep moving. And you know what, Sister Girl Chronicle? That is key because here's the thing. For many of us, we're not trying to necessarily have our 30-year-old body. I mean, if you do, that is awesome. But many of us, the goal is to be healthy. And even if there are some stubborn pounds that just you can't seem to get rid of, like Sister Girl Chronicle says, that doesn't mean you stop moving and doing all the things that you need to do to feel good, to feel healthy, to feel whole, to feel confident. Sister Girl Chronicles mentioned that she also has the mini trampoline and she's enjoying it. The thing that I love about that so much is not only is it low impact, but still gets my cardio up, my heart rate up. It is so much fun. It really taps into that inner child. There's something about just the jumping up and down, up and down. Even if you don't necessarily do, like I will put on a YouTube workout, there are literally thousands of them. You just type in mini trampoline workout and just find someone whose style you like, whose music you like. There are many, many options. But sometimes just getting on it, putting on one of my playlists, and just moving for 10 or 15 minutes, it just brightens my mood. It's so hard to explain, but um, it is definitely a rush, a joy rush in the best possible way. Good morning. So lots more. coming. Oh, another Tai Chi for a few months. And she also walks. And okay, you know what? Thank you. There is a vegan friend that I have. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to reach out to her and have her on. And it's somebody you guys all, well, not all, I don't, all is strong, but it is definitely someone you will recognize. And so thank you. We'll definitely do that. And y'all are, okay, y'all are, we're about to get on the Tai Chi train. Yes, I agree, Sister Girl Chronicles. No matter what you do from a fitness perspective, like it's not just one thing. You've got to do both. You got to address the activity part and then the fitness part. Because here's the thing, you can be skinny and be unhealthy, or you can be thin. I won't use the word skinny. You can be thin and be extremely unhealthy. A healthy body does not is not a one size fits all, right? A healthy body is not a dress size. A healthy body is having great, labs, having good muscle tone, having good cardio, meaning that you don't tire easily. There's so many more there's so many components to being healthy that are far beyond what the scale says and what your dress size is. And frankly, I am not even someone who we have a scale, and I typically would get on the scale maybe like once a month. That was kind of like my checkpoint. And sometimes I'm not even that consistent with it. I really kind of go by my clothes and how I feel. And I was feeling sluggish, and my clothes were not fitting great. And that's what made me get on the scale. And it was just like, oh, okay, we got to figure this out again. So I'm not a slave to the scale. You do you. And some people get on it very, very frequently, and that's how they kind of like manage not getting over their skis. Like, once I get to this point, I know I need to back off something. I would say what works for you, do it. But just the getting on the scale every day or every other day, to me, that's torture. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. Okay, Rebecca says she had both knees replaced. It took her a long time to decide to get it done, but she does feel better after having get it done. Absolutely. So my mother, Rebecca, has also had both of her knees replaced. And I personally saw the change that it made in everything. Literally everything that she did, because what happened, she was making lifestyle decisions based on how far she could actually walk from one point to another. And she, because it was over time, she didn't realize how much she had restricted herself because of the fear of having those knee replacements done. And she didn't have them at the same time. That's typically not what they recommend. But I just witnessed what a difference it made in her life. And I just remember the day very distinctly when I saw her opt to take one flight of stairs instead of the elevator. And I was so shocked. Like, I knew she had had the knee replacements. It wasn't any of that. And I knew she was doing better, but it had like the idea, she's like, oh, I'll just take the stairs. It's just one flight. And I remember texting my husband. I was just like, my mom just voluntarily walked up a flight of stairs. I can't tell you the last time I've done that. So if you are someone whose healthcare provider has been saying, for years you need to have knee replacement, and you know that you've restricted your life based on that, I can, watching my mom do it, I can definitely testify on her behalf that it was life changing for her. Shauna says she's going through that now. It's on the wait. So many great comments, y'all. Okay, here we go. Shauna says she's going through that now, trial and error. Gaining places in the right place. Oh, she said she's gaining weight in the right places, meaning some places she wanted to gain weight, and also in the wrong places. That's true because, well, yes, I could attest to certain parts of the body being larger than they ever were in life. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. I never had those before, but okay, if that's what we're working with, that's what we're working with. And I'm specifically talking about boobs, but we're all girlfriends here. So you're right, Shauna. You're absolutely right. So you got to figure out, how do I keep the good parts of the weight gain and the bad parts, the parts that I don't want so much. Hey, Win, how are you? Just hopping over to Instagram. Hey, good morning from South Lake, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. So, you girls who are doing the Tai Chi, we've got lots of comments. People are curious about it. So, so what I saw on what's been popping into my feed on YouTube, there have been some trials, like sign up free for a month. So I am definitely going to, as soon as I turn my YouTube on, I know it's going to pop up. I'm definitely going to sign up for some trials and see how that works. I mean, again, it's very low impact. And I think for me, what probably made me ignore it in the past is I really love the intense cardio. Like, that's the thing that just gets me going, which is why I loved running, which is why I love the Peloton. And so I think the Tai Chi felt very uh, low, not just low impact, but low energy. That's what the word I'm looking for. And so I think that's why I ignored it. But like, you guys are all in the chat on the Tai Chi, so I think y'all have converted some of us. Y'all have converted some of us. So Charlene is also echoing what Sister Girl Chronicles mentioned, is that going through chemo, she gained weight. And I would say it's probably not just the treatment, but your energy level is depleted when you're going through those treatments. And so, like, the recovery, and just having walked through, with my sister along that journey, and other people in my family, just watching their energy just literally be drained by what is, we truly understand, life-saving treatment. So that can easily account for the weight gain. But, again, giving yourself grace to do what you can until you fully recover. Absolutely. And she said she bought a bike. Another great opportunity to get outside and tap into your inner child. Just like the mini trampoline, the bike is, I mean, people who have bikes love their bikes. I mean, they love their bikes, and are disappointed when the weather is bad and they can't get out and do those bikes and get on the trail. And again, a great way to get outside. I think one of the attractions for the mini trampoline for me is you can't take the Peloton outside. It's small, it's lightweight, and I have taken it out in the backyard and just jumped to some playlists. And it was a full-on workout. I had my Apple Watch on, and the workout was just as energetic and high intensity from a cardio perspective as any of my, Peloton workouts for the same period of time. So I really think getting outside, we got to do more of that. And now that the weather is warm, especially in those areas where y'all get those real serious winters like Boston or Chicago, now that the weather is nice, get outside. Even if you're just walking, get outside and get some fresh air. Yes, Sister Girl Chronicles reminding us that get our annual blood work done, which means, I mean, come on now, at our age, y'all, we're not missing the annual exams. No, or the annual mammograms or none of the things. We're not missing any of those things. Annette said she, I love this. Annette said she remember hearing a long time ago scales are for fish. I can't do it every day. I can't. I can't do it. Sister Chronicle says she loves that line. So Frederick, oh, S. Frederick says her OB-GYN helped her greatly. The hormone replacement therapy has been a blessing. Thank you for sharing that, S. Frederick Bridges. The thing, HRT is hormone replacement therapy is very personal. Like some people do it, some people don't. And it is, you do need to have a conversation with your doctor because again, that's not a one size fits all. I personally didn't do it, but I know many people who did do hormone replacement therapy. And because all of our bodies are different, our body chemistry is different, and you've got to figure out what works for you. So thanks for sharing that. So you guys, if you just hopped on, welcome to the Beauty of Aging, our Friday morning coffee chats. I'm Angel, the founder of Maison 276 and creator of the three-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair, a healthy way to brighten, strengthen, and restore the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dyes. Available at select Walmarts nationwide and also on Amazon Prime. Today's topic has been menopause weight gain. No shaming, no diet talk. We're just having real talk about the various challenges that we have, how it's different for everyone, and how we individually figure out what works. We've had people who have become or adopted more of the vegan, vegetarian lifestyle, which I have. In all transparency, the reason I even brought up this topic today is because I have gained weight again. 6 years ago, I got rid of 35 pounds by making some lifestyle changes. And lo and behold, I apparently need to make some more or different ones because my body has changed again. And so I'm taking y'all on this journey. Monday was day one. I don't have a date. I don't have a 4-week plan. I'm just going to incorporate some new things. I'll be sharing updates with you guys. All of the exercises that I did in the vlog that I dropped on Monday, 5 exercises for women over 50. Those are things that I'm going to be incorporating more of into my workout routine because I will say I do have a tendency to, like, when I have a thing that I love doing, I just do that thing. And so I do feel like I need to diversify my workout routine. And so that's what I'm going to start doing. And I started that by getting the mini trampoline. So replacing one of my Peloton workouts with a mini trampoline workout, also getting out to the park more, doing more power walking with my hand weights and lunges. All of those were things that I had in the vlog. And so I do think that that's going to help by diversifying what I'm doing so my body doesn't get used to something. And because of the Beauty of Aging community that I love, we've had so many women talk about how they are enjoying Tai Chi. So the rest of us are going to do a Tai Chi trial. Can't say that fast because I've seen them on Instagram, and there are also some apps and that you can do the free version, or you can do, again, a free subscription for a period of time. All I'm trying to say is there are options out there for us to try it for free to see if we love it. But the girls are getting good results. So that's what we're all about. We're all about sharing. So as I take y'all on this journey, I'm also going to share my Tai Chi journey with you as well. Oh, okay. She says she can relate to my mom's journey. She checks for locations where she doesn't have to do a lot of walking. Yeah, I was sharing that how before my mom had her knee replacements, like all of her lifestyle choices were, and it was very subconscious, but it was based on figuring out how far, she had to walk. Now, she's had, like, it's been, I'm trying to think, probably 20, it's been well over 20 years since she had her replacement, maybe 25. And she said that the doctor says that there are, those replacements have like expiration dates. And she's like, no, these knees are going to glory with me. Her exact words. But, she's in her mid 80s. She's extremely healthy and active, travels. Now, I will say, when she travels, yes, of course, she gets a wheelchair escort at the airport. Of course, when she goes on her cruises, she rents the scooter. So, because those cruise boats are huge, I mean, they're just floating cities, of course. And so, yeah, those are things that she does to continue to have an active life. And if that's something that you need to do, then sure, but she still gets her walks in. And even when she's here visiting me, she'll go outside and walk up and down the neighborhood. If the weather is bad, sometimes she will just walk around the house. She'll do step ups at the stairwell. So, like, she is very creative and very consistent in doing what she needs to do because she wants to maintain her independence as long as she possibly can. Any plans to put the hair products in any other? Um, so excuse me. The question was expanding Maison 276 products to other retailers. We are not against any of that, of course. Walmart has been a phenomenal partner. Right now, we're in select Walmart stores. It is a nationwide distribution, but it's not in all stores. So, our immediate plans are to continue to grow with Walmart, who's been an amazing partner, so that no matter what Walmart you walk into, you can find Maison 276 products because we have seen all the DMs of you guys going into your particular Walmart, and we have when so I had our meeting with them last month, and we showed them all the receipts of y'all say, but I went to my Walmart and I did not see it. So we're keeping receipts on where you are and where you need to find your Maison 276 product. But we're always open to every conversation with potential partners because we want you to be able to find your Maison 276 products no matter where you are. Shauna's laughing at my mom's comments. So, as Frederick Bridges says, she has a Black primary care doctor as well, because someone else mentioned that. And she said it's made a lot of difference: weight gain, anger, sadness, the night sweats. She needed the hormone replacement therapy to level that out. Right. And all of those, thank you for mentioning that. All of those are common symptoms of menopause. And I honestly think we are the first generation, like those of us that are experiencing it now, to openly talk about all of it. Like, it's not just that you don't have a period anymore. That is the least of it. That's the least of it. We're the first generation to talk about the emotional part. The I remember seeing my mom go through night sweats, but there was like not it wasn't night. I just, like, in the middle of the day, she would just become drenched, but there was like no conversation about it. And I was just be like, what is going on? And she's like, oh, I'm just having sweats. But So I am grateful that we're at a place we talk about it, like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's a lot about it that is ugly for us because it's uncomfortable. And so having a provider that when you feel comfortable having those transparent conversations with, and then you talk about all of the different options that are available to you, including hormone replacement therapy, and then talking to your girlfriends about, what they're going through. Like I have friends who never had night sweats, and I'm just like, girl, you don't know how blessed you are, because we know they're not just they're not just limited to night. But these conversations are so important, and understanding that, we're not trying to get back to 30. We're trying to, the goal is to be whole and healthy in this current body. And that's possible. It just sometimes it takes a bit for us to figure out what that looks like for us. But the sharing is so, so important. It's why I don't drink red wine anymore. Because I remember I was at something, an event, and I was having wine, and then the sweat started pouring out. And my girlfriend looked at me and she's like, well, it's the wine, it's the red wine. And I was like, what? And she said, yeah, it's the tannins. And she started explaining about what's in red wine that causes hot flashes. And I stopped drinking red wine because I was literally having a glass every night, because it's supposed to be healthy for us. When I tell you those hot flashes decreased significantly because it was just that one conversation that I had with a girlfriend. So we got to be sharing information, y'all. Got to be sharing the information. You're right. You're right. There's a lot of stuff they didn't talk to us about. Yes, our generation talks about it more. Absolutely. Oh, Dawn. Absolutely, Dawn. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for sharing that. Dawn is talking about how she cut out alcohol, and she also eats her last meal before 6. That late eating, I really have to get better at that. But the alcohol part is absolutely true. Now, I did not say, Dawn, let me go. I did not say I cut it out completely, but I do not have alcohol during the week. It's got to be some real special occasion. Typically, my cocktails are on the weekend, but definitely cutting out, just like you. I had that after dinner glass of wine. It was just like, I've had a long day. I deserve this. I deserve this wind down glass of wine. And in the summer, I would have a glass of champagne because it's cold, it's bubbly, it's light, but it also has a lot of sugar. And so cutting that out during the week. I do have to get better about the 6 o'clock meal. And maybe not 6 o'clock, because that's normally when I'm working out. But at the very least, I need to not, I'm working towards eating my last meal by 8. Because 6 o'clock, that's not, sometimes I'm in meetings because I have meetings with people in all different time zones, but I am working on that 8 o'clock cutoff. I really got to do better. I got to do better at that. Last night, I think I ate at 8:30. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes it'll be 9, because that, and then I'm up until like 11 or 12 because I don't want to go to bed. I got to get better at that. Let's just put that there. So you guys can hold me accountable. I'm going to be reporting on that too. I'm going to be reporting on that too. These comments have been so great, y'all. I know that I probably didn't get to them all, and I apologize for that. But these have been great comments. Really appreciate you guys sharing. I always say, we come here to share. We come here to talk about topics that are important to us. You guys have, I love the sharing about the Tai Chi. I am so excited. When I finish with all of my meetings today, that's on my list of things to do. Research some free subscriptions so I can check them all out, see which ones I like before I actually sign up for something for real, for real. But this has been good, good, good. Thank you guys so much. One day, one step at a time. Grace, absolutely. And on that word, Charlene, we'll close out today. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Mary, good morning. 2 to 3 times a week. Oh my gosh. Okay, see, no one size fits all. You see what Mary says? She says she gets on once or twice a week. And if she sees something moving in the direction she doesn't want to, she cuts back and she drops it off. And, because Mary, you heard me say how I don't like the scale and I don't get on it often. But for those of you who do use your scale like that, it works for you. It truly does work for you. Again, no one size fits all. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's what we're all here for. That was That's what we're here for. So good morning once again. Happy Friday. If you are just joining us, no worries. All of our Friday morning coffee chats are recorded and they are uploaded to YouTube very shortly after. You can watch it in its full entirety now in an hour or so, or later when you have time. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another episode of The Beauty of Aging. I appreciate your tips so much. I've got takeaways. Sign up for a free Tai Chi subscription. Schedule a vegan guest to come and talk to us about the vegan lifestyle. Are we trying to convert you? Nope. We want some healthy lifestyle tips that we can incorporate from the vegan lifestyle that will help all of us live healthy, whole lives. So I think that's it for Oh, Shauna, Shauna, always, Shauna. Thank you. Ladies, if you like that content, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Shauna, girl, I love you over there in the ATL because I always forget to say that, but I appreciate you guys so much. So also, if you have other content recommendations, if you're watching this on replay, drop them in the DMs. Y'all know the platform is for you to bring you the information and resources you need. So any other content recommendations, any other special guests you'd like for me to bring on? I am actually working on a guest list right now, but any other special guests you'd like me to bring on about specific topics or a specific person, drop that in the DMs. Or if you are a subject matter expert and you would like to share, we just had Sister Girl Chronicles on about a month ago talking about travel for women over 50. I know there are a lot of experts and there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge in this community. And I am happy to bring you to the stage with me and have you share with the entire Beauty of Aging community. So on that, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you next week on another episode of the Beauty of Aging Friday morning coffee chats. Take care. Bye-bye.
Words cut like a silver blade. She's a legend in the making trade. Yeah, doubt can't chain her wings of steel. Truth is all she dares to feel. She's bold, she's beautiful, she's
Have a great weekend, y'all. Bye.
She walks in like a thunderstorm, cracks the sky, her own reform. No need for sorry, no need for shame. She's got fire running through her veins. Yeah. Every step a battle cry. Oh, yeah. Watch her rise, watch her fly. She's bold, she's beautiful.